Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for the second race in the FND Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. I'm Atlee Weiss, and I'll be your broadcaster for tonight's race featuring the Gander Outdoor Trucks at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the exciting drivers from FND Racing. And FND Racing is actually one of the oldest online racing simulation groups of any racing game or simulation. And their roots go back to Sierra Papyrus's NASCAR 4, which debuted 10 days before Dale Earnhardt's death back in 2001. And the core of the group can be traced back to the Golem 38, which are 104-lap races that Monty Noise hosted. They then migrated to NASCAR 2002 and NASCAR 2003 before jumping to their current location at iRacing. They're not a league, although they have done the league thing before, and they're now just a group of guys who share the same passion for heart-pumping, white-knuckle racing. While they do have a team within the group, they will work with those who race with them win in other races. So if you're looking for great side-by-side racing, then check FND Racing out, and their rooms are open. And unless you prove to be a bonehead, you're welcome to race with us. And that is true, you are welcome to race with us. And if you're an A-class, so a lot of these guys are an A-class. So the broadcast tonight is brought to you by the sponsors of Atlee Weiss Racing, and those include Premier Heating and Air Services, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Dayton Weiss State Farm, Go To Property Services, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Damon's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Motivated Auto Sales, Bobby's Auto Service Center, and Amsoil East Coast Synthetics. So thank you to those businesses for helping support us and give some of those businesses that I just listed a check. There's some great small businesses. So if you missed the Super Speedway race on Friday night, or if you want to refresh, I'll give you the final results on that. Maurice Johnson edged Joseph Wright by 0.029 seconds to keep Wright from sweeping the week, as Wright actually won on Tuesday. Maurice got some excellent pushing from Eric Laurie, who finished fourth. Dave Swindell took third, and Mike Jenkins rounds up the top five. What a finish tonight, as Johnson, Laurie, and Jenkins pitted on lap 63 and probably got fresh tires. Might have been the difference at the end. It was a wild race for sure. And while they had 7 cautions, the race had 14 lead changes among 6 different drivers, as Maurice Johnson led the most laps with 27 laps led. Mike Jenkins, sat on the pole that night with a scorching 48.995, and Rodney German had the fastest lap of the race with 46.065 on lap number 48. While we had too many cautions overall, the finish was actually really well worth it. It was a very close finish, came down to the final wire. And if you do want to rewatch that race, you can go to our Twitch channel or YouTube. If you do want to see that finish, you can just fast forward it and see the finish, or you can watch the entire broadcast. Tonight, the format is going to be a 1-lap qualifier and a 66-lap race. The race is using iRacing's fixed Vegas setup, and fuel will be set at 50%, and each driver will get 2 resets, and we'll see if those resets are needed. So tonight we're going to be racing at Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is a 1.5-mile D-shaped oval with 20-degree graduated banking. Las Vegas Motor Speedway hosts NASCAR's top stock car series and has been a venue for top-tier open-wheel competition and sports car racing. Las Vegas is a state-of-the-art motorsports facility. Its nickname is the Diamond in the Desert, and that nickname is well-deserved, as Las Vegas Motor Speedway has the polished brilliance that is a trademark of Speedway Motorsports properties, one that is truly multi-faced. Originally constructed in 1996, Las Vegas Motor Speedway held its first major event in September of that year, an IndyCar race, which was won by Richie Hearn. The first NASCAR event followed 2 months later, and the track was awarded its first Cup date in 1998, marking the beginning of the track's long-term success. Then changes to the oval in 2006 made it more competitive venue for stock cars. This major renovation revamped the banking, upping it from a modest 12 degrees to 20 degrees. What's more, the corners were banked progressively, meaning the further up the racing surface, the steeper the banking. Although Las Vegas Motor Speedway gets much of the primetime attention, the facility's multiple infield configurations make the Desert Speed Palace a great venue for road racing, go-karting, and Legends car racing. There are 3 different road courses, 2 that are confined to the infield, and 1 that makes use of the big oval as well. And the infield circuits are small but challenging and provide a good opportunity to test setup packages for some like IMSA car teams and like road racing cars. In addition, there are also 2 short ovals, one that uses the pit lane and the other one it's in the infield, in which legend cars regularly compete, kind of like Charlotte and their Legends Oval. So Las Vegas Motor Speedway is a very interesting track, and it should be fun for these FND drivers to race at. And tonight's broadcast is sponsored by the sponsor of the race, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina. And it's a family-owned and operated restaurant featuring authentic Mexican dishes, many of them beloved recipes that were handed down through the relatives of where actual Mexican food comes from Mexico. It features fresh ingredients, the highest quality meats, great cocktails, craft beers, and a festive, family-friendly environment. And they invite you to visit Juan's in Newport News, Hampton, and Gloucester for the finest Mexican food in the region. Right now, you can get all of your favorites by pickup. For more information, you can visit their website at juanscafeandcantina.com and get some great food from the one and only. So thank you to Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina for all of their support. And make sure to check them out. Again, locations in Hampton, Virginia, Gloucester, Virginia, and Yorktown, Newport News, Virginia.
All right, gentlemen, you have 4 minutes till qualifying. Qualifying is not mandatory. 4 minutes.
We're going to try to get the number 83 of Rob Malone. Let's see where he is on the board right now. He is right now 16th on the board with a 31.272, so he's showing some fast times, and let's try to get him into the booth. Hey Rob, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Hey Atlee, got you.
Right now you're 17th on the board, and you seem to be putting up some fast times. What's going to be your strategy for the race, and what should we be expecting here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway?
Well, that's a good question. This track is pretty much for probably half a fuel run. You're probably just going to be able to run pretty much like Daytona or Talladega, pretty much all out. And then probably the last half of your fuel run, you're going to have to pedal your fuel to kind of get your tires situated right. But probably our strategy for the 83 Caterpillar Camaro is we're probably going to ride in the back for the first half of the race and kind of just see how it goes, get things situated and see how everything's going to shake out. And then I would imagine the last half of the race we're going to try to do whatever we need to get back up front.
So you missed last week. What did you think of that race for the first race of the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series?
You talking about last week's race?
Yeah.
I thought last week's race was, I thought it was a blast. I thought it was great. And I'm not very good at these tracks, but I like running them. And so we thought we'd do some of these with the trucks and with the 87 Monte Carlo and Thunderbird that we'll be unveiling on the tracks here a little bit, maybe hopefully later this month. And we'll just have a Tuesday night speedway races and really enjoy it. Hope everybody else does too.
All right, thank you, Rob. Hope that 83 Chevrolet Caterpillar Camaro Silverado does well for you, and we wish you good luck out there before qualifying starts.
Hey, thanks for correcting me. You're right, the 83 Silverado. All right, thanks, Atlee. Have a good broadcast.
All right, have a good race. All right, that was the 83 of Rob Malone. Let's see how all of these drivers play out in qualifying. Right now, the leader on the board is Dave Swindell with a 30.979. Second place, driving in one of our new Ford F-150s just released today, is Gary Jenkins. Oh, it looks like he's been overtaken for second by Robert David Ballantyne, who's currently racing on a Toyota Tundra, racing in the number 17 car. And you've seen a lot of different assorted drivers in practice. And you can, right now, practice has been a preview of what to expect for the actual race. Like 30 seconds left in practice. Get geared up for qualifying. It is officially over, so we got an 8-second countdown to qualifying just to get those drivers off the track. And we got a 3-second countdown, and qualifying officially begins here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Let's watch how this plays out. On the track now, right on our screen here, is Joseph Wright in the number 2 Toyota Tundra. We'll get some other qualifiers on the screen. So tonight, we are going to be racing fixed setups, and fixed setups means that everyone is running in the same car. The only difference is that people can choose their steering ratio. So that's the only thing you can change about your car is your steering ratio. And that's about how much you turn on the wheel it determines how much your car actually turns on the screen. So that's the only thing that changes is your steering ratio. So all of these drivers out here are competitive drivers. And it puts the focus on the drivers, and it's not about who has the better setup, who has the better car. It's about the drivers. So you'll see who are some of the highlight drivers, and already the first person on the board, Joseph Miley, set a 31.113. Nice, fast time for Joseph Miley. We're going to try to get the driver who qualified in the 6th position so far. He's racing in the number 2 Toyota Tundra Toyota car. It's Joseph Wright. Hey, Joe, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah, what's up, Atlee?
So, looks like you are on the board right now in the 7th position, 31.243. What should the crowd be expecting from this number 2 Toyota Tundra?
Patience. I ran a full tire run during practice, and it's not easy toward the end of the run. So after about 15 laps of green flag action, you're going to start seeing people push like dump trucks toward the wall. So it should be exciting for you.
So we know last race, how did you feel about the season opener last week at, what was that? It was Texas.
Yeah, Texas was fun. I had a lot of fun racing there. I was fast there. Here, everybody runs pretty much flat out, so you should see kind of like a drafting thing here going on. So get ready for that. And like I said, later in a run, if we get a long run, cars will start to push up the track, and they're going to have to adjust their driving style when it gets to that point.
So can you bump draft here?
I didn't even run with another truck, so I'm not sure. We'll see. But I know draft is a big thing with people running wide open.
All right, good luck. Let's see what that number 2 Toyota Tundra can do. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to try Josh Hall now. In the number he's racing, he timed 11th on the board with a 31.289. Let's try to get him in. Hey Josh, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Got you loud and clear.
So right now you timed in 11th on the board. What strategy should we be seeing from that number 81 Chevrolet Silverado?
Well, hopefully just not burning the tires off, keeping it clean, staying there at the end. You know, this track's notorious for eating up tires in these trucks, so try to conserve what we can and hopefully salvage good finish.
So I'm asking this question to everybody. How did you feel about the Tuesday race at Texas?
Last week, I thought it was a great race. I got caught up in some stuff that unfortunately wasn't anything I had to do with, but I thought it was a great race overall. And hopefully we can see another one like.
Hopefully we will. Good luck, Josh. And we'll see what that number 81 Chevrolet Silverado can do.
Thank you very much.
All right, qualifying is officially over, and we are now gridding. Let everyone get onto the track. See if we're doing a driver's meeting. We'll start off by doing our starting lineup. Starting in the first position, it is Yosef Miley in the number 39 car. Starting in the second position, it's the number 86 Tyler Dubosh. Starting in the third position is the number 70 Robert David Ballantyne. In fourth, it's the number 1 of Dave Swindell. In fifth, it's the number 88 of Gabe Butler. In sixth, it's the 3 car of Louis Loya. In seventh, it's the number 9 of Gary Jenkins. And in eighth, it's the 25 of Dakota Todd. In the ninth position, the number 2 of Joseph Wright. And in the 10th position, it's the 95 of Travis Everett. In the 11th position, it's the number 81 of Josh Hall. And in the 12th position, the number 11 of Dennis St. Germain. In the 13th position, the number 071 of Eric Laurie. And in the 14th position, the 98 of Blair Saunders. In the 15th position, we got the number 4 of Nick Lights. And in the 16th position, the 15 of Marcus Zoch. In the 17th position, the 83 of Rob Malone. In 18th, it's the 22 of Scott Roulier. And in the 19th position, it's the number 7 of Dale Willoughby. And there might be a few other drivers that didn't qualify in this race that are participating. So it should be interesting to see. There's a lot fixed setup in all of these drivers in one of the higher classes in iRacing, A class. So the front row, both of these front row drivers I haven't ever seen before. Yusef Miley and Tyler Dubosh. But they do have very good I ratings. And there is Yusef Miley's. He has a 4,425 I rating. And Tyler Dubosh has a 4,022. Nick Leitz has a 4,579, and he is actually the highest I rating out of everyone, except for Eric J. Johnson, but it doesn't look like he is participating in this race. He was either just practicing. He had a 4,898. Here we go. Should be side-by-side racing. Let's check it out. Here we are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And here's the green flag coming out. It is green flag here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And already we're seeing a lot of good battles. 39 car pulls up, 39 clears. Looks like the 70 of Robert David Ballantyne's trying to get past the 86. Now it is Dave Swindell's turn. Oh, 70 car makes a crossover move under the 39 of Yusef Miley, but it looks like he pulls in single file, and we are now single file here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway after the first lap. Hopefully we'll see Robert David Ballantyne increase that gap on Yusef Miley. Who knows? Let's look back in the rest of the pack to see if there's any battling going on back there. Roll through the field. It looks like we're pretty much all single file after that restart. And looks like the caution is out. I'm not sure what happened there. We got some guys into the pits. Watch the race off of pit road. Looks like both Tyler Dubosh and Yusef Miley have left, along with Dave Swindell. And looks like the 76 of DJ Harris won the race off of pit road. Behind him is Maurice Johnson, and that seems to be the two drivers. Oh, it looks like Tyler Dubosh is back, along with Dave Swindell. Looks like Robert David Ballantyne has now left. Robert David Ballantyne's left. There's Travis Brownder's back on the track. So that was an interesting restart. Nobody could catch up to Yusef Miley in the number 39 New Era car. Robert David Ballantyne was in second, and he seemed to have a fast car. It seems like one of the drivers right now that could beat Yusef. Well, we'll honestly have to see what happens. It's just great to be here in iRacing, and today is a milestone day. Season 3 has come out, and there's so many great things. And right now, I consider it one of the most perfect times to join iRacing right now. It's a $15 membership monthly, and you can get, it's a Racer's Fan Wonderland. You can get over 80 plus cars and 80 plus tracks, and a lot of cool things were released today. First of all, we got the Ford F-150. If you look at the 86 of Tyler Dubosh, right now he is sporting one of the new Ford F-150 trucks. Earlier in our Texas race, there was only Silverados and Tundras. So it's great to see the Ford F-150 making an appearance. It looks like Dakota Todd's a F-150 and Gary Jenkins an F-150 and Art Peck. So we got four Ford F-150s in this race. Another thing is the 87 cars. There's a Chevrolet Monte Carlo and a Ford Thunderbird. And there are a lot of other cool things, and you might could look it up and see some of the other patch notes, but that are just some of the notable ones. So right now is one of the most perfect times to join iRacing. You can test, you can practice, you can join races, you can spot for a friend, or you can watch racing. So there's a lot of different things you can do, and iRacing is pretty cool. And also, you can actually join this race, of course. I said in the intro, unless you prove to be a bonehead, we don't need any boneheads in FND. We want to see some great clean racing, great side-by-side racing, but no. Anyway, so if you're in A class, like all of these drivers in, feel free to join us. Got a great community here at FND. We've had appearances. Last time when we raced at the trucks at Texas, we got an appearance. Bobby Labonte joined our race, and that was crazy. Like, the lights on the pace car have gone off, so let's do our starting order. Starting in the first position is Yusef Miley. Starting in the second position is the 70 of Robert David Ballantyne. Starting in the third position is the 86 of Tyler Dubosh. In fourth, the 1 of Dave Swindell. In fifth, it is the 88 of Gabe Butler. In sixth, it's the 3 of Louis Loya. Seventh is the 95 of Travis Everett. In eighth, it's the 25 of Dakota Todd. Ninth is the 2 of Joseph Wright. 10th is the 9 of Gary Jenkins. And 11th is the 81 of Josh Hall. 12th is the 11 of Dennis St. Germain. 13th is the 071 of Eric Laurie. In the 15th position, it's the 4 of Nick Lights. 16th is the 5 of Marcus Zock. 17th is the 7 of Dale Wilby. 18th is the 36 of Art Peck. And in 19th, it's the 76 of DJ Harris. Alright, restart. We got Yusef Miley, who's led all of the laps so far. But Robert David Ballantyne also has showed he has a fast car, and there's also the people behind them. So right now, 19 cars in contention right now. Let's see what happens here on this restart as the green flag is out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And the jump already with Yusef Miley. Watch the battle with the 86 car, 86 car, and Robert David Ballantyne are side by side into the turn. And they're still on the bottom, though. Travis Dubosh is still with the advantage. Has he cleared him? And he has cleared him. Travis Dubosh has cleared Robert David Ballantyne, and now the battle ensues with Gabe Butler. So can Gabe Butler try to get past Robert David Ballantyne? Gabe Butler has been the most dominant driver in the super speedway races, but can he do well here on the speedway races? Oh no, pile up back there. Watch the 11 car. He pulled up on the 4 car. Eric Laurie, Dale Willoughby, 98 car of Blair Saunders. 3 drivers made it by. That was a crazy wreck there. Boom. There's a lot of spinning and sliding. There goes Maurice Johnson. That was a crazy wreck there. Still, the leader remains Yusef Miley in the number 39 New Era Toyota Tundra. But right behind him is the 86 Ford F-150 of Tyler Dubois. A lot of the drivers that were involved in that previous wreck should be making their way off of pit road. There are a lot of great paint schemes. Tonight here we got the 39. Kind of looks like a car that maybe William Byron would run in like an Exalta car. 86 of Tyler Dubois looks like Chase Elliott's iRacing car when he run the truck race and he got the bounty. 70 car of Robert David Ballantyne JBL. We've seen, I think we saw Christopher Bell run a JBL car at Bristol. I'm not sure if it looked exactly like that. We got the 88 of Gabe Butler, not really replicating any race car, but it's just his own design, looking really cool. The one car Coors Light. I mean, we've seen Coors Light before. Sterling Marlin raced in a Coors Light car. 95 Mountain Dew. Chase Elliott's raced in Mountain Dew. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Mountain Dew car. Oh, some drivers are heading in to pit lane. The 88 of Gabe Butler and a few others are heading in to pit lane. Interesting to see the decision that was made by these drivers. Looks like the first one off is DJ Harris. There goes Gabe Butler off of pit road. We got Louis Loya, 36 of Art Peck. Here comes Daniel Rendall. Looks like that is it for the drivers off of pit road. Go back to Yusef Miley's cam. So interesting decision to go down to the pits. Like in some of the interviews, they did mention tire wear. And we might see some of that right here in Las Vegas. Let's look at our schedule for some of the upcoming races. Next week we are racing with the trucks at Michigan, so that should be exciting. Then the week after that, we're racing at the trucks at Phoenix, and then the trucks at Charlotte. So a nice upcoming schedule here. And right now, let's focus on this race because we are about to do our restart, and here is your restart order. Starting in the first position, it's the 39 of Yusef Miley. In the second position, it's the 86 of Tyler Dubois. In the third position, it is the number 1 of Dave Swindell. In the fourth position, it is the number 70 of Robert David Ballantyne. In fifth, it's the 95 of Travis Everett. In the sixth position, it's the number 2 of Joseph Wright. Seventh is the 15 of Marcus Zock. In the eighth position, it's the 9 of Gary Jenkins. In the 10th position, it is the, in the 9th position, it's Dennis St. Germain. In the 10th position, it's the number 98, Blair Saunders. In the 11th position, it's the number 4 of Nick Lights. And that's all I'm going to get to, so there's your top 11. Getting ready here for the restart at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Green flags out here. And the jump, let's see if Yusef Miley can get if he can clear the 86 car of Travis Bosch. And looks like he does. Now it's the battle for second place. Robert David Ballantyne and Travis Bosch. I believe Robert David Ballantyne has cleared Travis Dubois, and he does. Now it's the 95 of Travis Everett and the 86 of Tyler Dubois now battling for position, and looks like Everett might actually get the position over Tyler Dubois. And now it's side by side for second place. As the 95 is trying to get past the 70 of Robert David Ballantyne, but looks like they're cleared. The 1 car and the 2 car of Dave Swindell and Joseph Wright, they seem to have gone single file, and we are now single file for the most part. But oh, here comes Joseph Wright under the 1 car of Dave Swindell. He's trying to complete the pass on Dave. Let's see if he can do it either on the straightaway or in the upcoming turn. Looks like Dave Swindell has cleared him. Now we got a new battle. The 9 car of Gary Jenkins and the 15 car of Marcus Zoch is going into the turns, and also the 98 of Blair Saunders is also joining this battle. He's now side by side. The 9 car passes the 15 car. Now it's the 98 car. Check back up front to Yusef Miley. Side by side, here's the 95 car of Travis Everett. He was there on the 70 car of Robert David Ballantyne, but looks like Robert David Ballantyne has increased the gap ever so slowly. Let's see if Travis Everett can reel back in Robert David Ballantyne. Let's see if Robert David Ballantyne can reel in the 39 car of Yusef Miley. Turns. Look and see if the tire, Joseph Wright, he said that in 15 laps or so, you'll see drivers start going up to the wall in the turns as their tires start to wear. It hasn't been 15 laps, or it has actually since the restart, but we've raced a few laps under caution. So they should be good for now, but eventually you'll start seeing them rise up to the wall. Not in the straightaways as you saw them do that there, but that wasn't because of the tires. You'll see them do that in the turns. Interesting, we're single file right now, but oh, there's a battle going on back there. Watch that battle. Looks like it's the 98 car and the 2 of Joseph Wright. 98 car getting under Joseph. Okay, he's there. Blair Saunders still on Joseph. Looks like he has cleared him. Now here comes Gabe Butler and Blair Saunders. Blair Saunders pulls down. And ultimately I almost saw a spin there, but that was a close one. Looks like Gabe Butler has moved past Blair Saunders now. Lewis Loy is trying to get past him. He does. Now the 15 of Marcus Zoch is trying to get past Saunders. And they're still battling into the turn. Saunders is holding strong on the 15 of Zoch. Back up front, the 88 car and the 2 car of Joseph Wright are fighting for that 8th position. Oh! There's a car sideways. And the caution is out. I'll have to go back on that replay and see that red car that I saw spinning in the distance. It's the 15 car. We'll switch to that angle So here is the replay. The 15 car of Marcus Zotch is under the 98 car. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, is under the 98 of Blair Saunders. We'll do it in a little bit faster motion. They're still going strong into the turns. I believe it was on the straightaway when it all went wrong. Looks like Zotch pulled up behind Blair Saunders. We'd seen an almost wreck from Blair Saunders before. He pulls down under Blair Saunders, trying to make the pass on him in the turn. Here's a little aerial view. Now here comes the 37 of Daniel Rendall behind 15 of Marcus Zotch. I'm not sure if that will play a big role in what happens. Now the 98 car is passing him. Then the 37, look, he might have brake checked, or the 37 might have bumped him. And then the 15 car went sideways. The 36 car of Art Peck doing a good job to avoid the 15 car. Oh, but then he hit the wall. Then the 37 got hit. Eric Laurie got hit. Maurice Johnson got hit. And so that was a 5-car wreck, a pretty big wreck. We're going to try to do an interview on Joseph Wright. He was not in that one. And
You got to go to the grass.
Hey Joe, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
So you right now are in the 7th position, and you've been back there and you've been patient. Definitely, that's one of the biggest parts of racing is patience. So should we be seeing you become more aggressive in the waning laps of the race, or is there another strategy that you might be running?
So on that run, the guys behind me had fresh tires. That's why they came through the way they were able to stick it to the bottom. I was on 12, 13-year-old lap tires. So we got the end of our fuel run there, so perfect timing for a caution. And yeah, we'll see what we can do here now that we got fresh tires.
So we'll see if you have any teammates around you. You got Daniel M. Rendall behind you. Are we going to see any working together between you two?
Yeah, I mean we'll try. It's tough to get working together when everybody wants to move.
All right, good luck. Let's see what that number 2 Toyota Tundra can do as the restart is nearing to us.
Thanks, bud.
Was the number 2 car of Joseph Wright. The lights on the pace truck still are on. After that crazy 5-car wreck, I mean, that you might could consider that one a big one. Exciting. Hopefully see the lights on the pace car go off so we can get back to our restart. Maurice Johnson is right, looks like of the race. Same thing with Gary Jenkins. They've both left. We're going to try to get the driver in 9th place. He's the number 37 Chevrolet Silverado. That's Daniel Emerald. Hey, Daniel, this is Allie in the booth. Do you copy?
10-4.
So right now it looks like you're in the 9th position. You're around teammate Joseph Wright. We've seen you. You've been in the back for a little while, being patient. One of the most important parts of racing is patience. So are we going to see some aggression from you or any other strategies in these upcoming laps?
No, I'm still going to kind of play it, play the game and be conservative because you got plenty of laps yet. Hopefully, we're probably going to have a green pit stop here on this next round here, so I'll go from that.
Alright, so I asked Joe the same question, but are we going to be seeing any working together from you and Joseph Wright, who looks like is starting right in front of you?
Well, I'll work with him, but we just kind of play it and see how he goes. It's one of them things you got to keep your tires as long as you possibly can.
All right, good luck. Let's see what that number 37 Chevrolet Silverado can do.
Thank you.
All right, lights on the pace truck have gone off. So here is your restart order. Starting in the first position is the number 70 of Robert David Ballantyne. Starting in the second position is the 39 of Yusuf Miley. In the third position is the 95 of Travis Everett. In the fourth position, it's the 86 of Tyler Dubosh. In the fifth position is the number 1 car of Dave Swindell. In the sixth position, it's the number 4 of Nick Lights. In the seventh position, it's the number 2 of Joseph Wright. In the eighth position, it's the 88 of Gabe Butler. In the ninth position, it's the number 37 of Daniel Emrandal. In the 10th position, it's the number 3 of Louis Loya. In the 11th position, it's the 36 of Art Peck. In the 12th position, it's the number 7 of Dale Willoughby. And in the 13th position, it's the 98 of Blair Saunders. Restart is going on. Green flag is out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And a very competitive restart. Both Robert David Ballantyne and Yusuf Miley got good jumps, and they're side by side in the turns. Can Robert David Ballantyne make the pass on Yusuf Miley? And it looks like he did. Now at the battle for second place, Travis Everett under the bottom of Yusuf Miley. Can he get under him in that number 95 Mountain Dew car? They're still side by side after crossing the stripe. Travis Everett, they both seem to have equal cars. Dave Swindell's behind them, but looks like they're pulling up to the top now. So Yusuf Miley has cleared him, and he pulls into line. And now looks like Yusuf Miley is trying to get back under Robert David Ballantyne for the lead. And he hasn't quite cleared him. That he is very, very close. And still side by side into the turns with the 70 of David Ballantyne and Yusuf Miley, but that has changed. Oh, Robert David Ballantyne has narrowed in the gap, and he has now taken the lead again. And here comes back the 95 car of Travis Everett under the 39 of Yusuf Miley. Yusuf Miley, he cleared him the first time that they had a battle, and looks like he has cleared him the second time. The battle for the fourth position, Dave Swindell and the 4 car of Nick Lights, they are battling for the 4th position. So will we see, looks like right now the advantage lengthwise is Nick Lights. He has a little bit of the lead over Dave Swindell, but still nobody has cleared anybody. Here comes Dubosh. Looks like Nick Lights has cleared Dave Swindell, and here comes Dubosh. Tyler Dubosh, if you want to be more specific. And we're gonna, while that battle ensues, here comes the 4 car under the 95 of Travis Everett. Looks like Travis Everett has cleared them. Looks like we are single file there. And we are single file on all parts of the front now. But there should be some more battling going on, as here comes the 95 of Travis Everett under the, looks like the 39 of Yusuf Miley. Yusuf Miley has cleared him, and now it's the 4 car and the 95 car of Travis Everett. Looking into right now, it is officially halfway there to the end of this race. Nick Lights has the advantage, and it looks like he has cleared him. Single file now. Here comes the 1 car. Oh, battling up there in the front. Robert David Ballantyne is having trouble, and looks like he has now done it officially. Yusuf Miley was trying to get by him, but he has now cleared him. It's now single file again. But Yusuf Miley, he's had a few rallies. Maybe this next time that he tries to pass Robert David, it will be successful. He gets on the corner, he turns him. Oh, caution has to be out after that one. So let's watch the replay. So the 39 of Yusuf Miley, he looks like some net code there on Robert David Ballantyne. He glitched. Looks like both of them make it through. 4 car maybe made some contact. 1 car had nowhere to go. Looks like Tyler Dubois had nowhere to go. Gabe Butler made it through. Daniel Rendall made it through. Joseph Wright made it through. Blair Saunders made it through, but Eric Laurie wasn't unlucky enough to make it through. Louis Loya made it through. Dale Willoughby made it through. Rob Malone made it through. The 11 car, he made it through, and looks like he had to reset there. So, looks like we have some drivers heading into pit lane. So here is going to be your battle on pit road for position. Here comes all of the leaders, along with some of the cars that were involved in the caution. Here we go. See who will win the race off of pit road. And looks like Miley won the race. Everett. Then we got the 4 car, 86 car. Gabe Butler, Joseph Wright, Daniel Rendall, Dale Willoughby, Louis Loya, Blair Saunders, DJ Harris, Rob Malone. We got the 11 car. Looks like Josh had a little bit of trouble pulling out of his pit stall, but he seems to be good now. And that was your race off of pit road. It's like Dave Swindell might have stayed out. It looks like Travis Everett has now passed him. Looks like he might have actually won the race off of pit road over the 39 of Yusuf Miley. And Miley actually had the number 1 pit stall. So a lucky pit stop for Travis Everett that put him now in the lead. Looks like Robert David Ballantyne has now, looks like he might have manually disconnected after that caution that came out. There goes the 36 car of Art Peck off of pit lane. So right now we're going to take the time again to thank the following sponsors for their support, and that is Premier Heating and Air Services, Juan's Mexican Cafe and Cantina, Dayton Lee State Farm, Go To Property Services, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Damon's Lawn Service and Landscaping, Motivated Auto Sales, Bobby's Auto Service Center, and Amsoil East Coast Synthetics thank you to all of those businesses for their support. There's some great small businesses, each of them specializing in different things, from a restaurant to a auto service center. So go check them out. A lot of them have websites, a lot of them have Facebook pages. I'm going to take this time again to tell you a little bit about FND Racing. Again, it is one of the oldest online racing simulation groups of any racing game or simulation. Their roots go back to Sierra Papyrus's NASCAR 4, which debuted 10 days before Dale Earnhardt's death in 2001. The core of the group can be traced back to the Golem 38, which were 104 lap races that Monty Noise hosted. They then migrated to NASCAR 2002 and NASCAR 2003 before jumping to their current location at iRacing. They are not a league, although they have done the league thing before. They're now just a group of guys who share the same passion of heart-pumping, white-knuckle speedway racing. While they do have a team within the group, they will work with those who race with them, win in other races. So if you're looking for great side-by-side racing, then check FND Racing out. Their rooms are open, and unless you prove to be a bonehead, you're welcome to race with us. Starting order for the restart, starting in the first position. It is the 39 of Yusuf Miley. The 95 of Travis Everett. Starting in second, it's the 39 of Yusuf Miley. Starting in the third position, it's the 4 of Nick Lights. Starting in the fourth position, it is the 86 of Tyler Dubosh. In the fifth position, it's the 88 of Gabe Butler. In the sixth position, it's the 2 of Joseph Wright. In the seventh position, it's the 37 of Daniel Emrandall. In the eighth position, it's the 7 of Dale Willoughby, and that's your top 7 as the restart is nearing. Green flags out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And already side-by-side restart. Travis Everett on the bottom. Yusuf Miley on the top. Travis Everett making the rally under Yusuf. And he has a little bit of an advantage over him into the turns. Can he clear him? Looks like Travis Everett does clear Yusuf Miley now. It's the 4 car battling with... Oh, but here comes Yusuf Miley back up to battle the 95 car. Looks like we're almost 3 wide, maybe 3 wide. Nope. We're still side by side as Yusuf Miley is trying to get by that 95 car of Travis Everett. Looks like Yusuf Miley now takes the lead over Travis Everett. Got some battling back there with Joseph Wright and Louis Loya. They're battling for that 9th position. Trying to get under him. Not sure if he can do it. And it looks like Joseph Wright has cleared Louis Loya. Back there, he got the 1 car of Dave Swindell battling with Louis Loya now. And looks like he might be able to pass him. They're still side by side, but looks like Dave Swindell might be able... Ooh. Yep, Dave Swindell has been able to clear him. Going up here to the 98 car. We're seeing some battling, not out of him, to the 88 car. Can he beat out the 37 of Daniel Emrandall? They're still side by side. And Daniel Rindall seems to right now have cleared him. Now the 98 of Blair Saunders and Gabe Butler are battling. Here in the turns. Like Blair Saunders might have cleared him. Here comes Dale Willoughby now above Gabe Butler. And still Gabe Butler seems to have the faster car at least over Dale Willoughby, but still they're side by side. And looks like Gabe Butler has now passed Dale Willoughby. Joseph Wright took that time while they were battling to narrow in Dale Willoughby, and he does. Now the 1 car of Dave Swindell is trying to get under Joseph Wright, and he does. The 3 car and the 7 car of Dale Willoughby, they're battling now for the 10th position. Looks like Louis Loya. He takes it. Check back up front to Yusuf Miley. Yusuf Miley seems to have the advantage right now over Travis Everett, as Travis Everett has a driver that's trying to get by him. That is the 4 car of Nick Lights. Right now we remain single file. Right now, after halfway, we're out halfway, and the fastest lap of the race will be awarded to Robert David Ballantyne. So far, it could change, but after halfway, he's at a fast time of 30.994. Let's see if anybody can beat that. There's a lot of fast cars up front, so they might have the chance to try and beat his time. Right now, Yusuf Miley is running faster times than Travis Everett. It could change in the coming laps. Like that time, still Yusuf Miley. That the faster time over Travis Everett. See how this plays out. Still, this race is far from over. There could be another caution. You don't know what could happen here. At Las Vegas Motor Speedway, there's been a few cautions, so it's not unlikely for there to be another caution. Right now, the 95 of Travis Everett is reeling in the 39 car. Like the 39 car is extending his gap over the 95. Can the 95 reel him back in? Do not know. It's gonna be hard to decide. He knows that he only has a couple of laps left. Here comes the 95 car coming in under the 39 car. He couldn't quite make it there. He might get him next in the turns. Still the gap is increasing. Again, from the 39 of Miley, Yusuf Miley. Looks like though Travis Everett has narrowed in the gap a little bit on the 39 of Yusuf Miley. He pulls to the high side of Yusuf. Is he still on there? He's there, he's there. Oh, he flies by him. We have some drivers though heading into the pits. No wonder he flew by him. Watch the race here off of pit road. So Yusuf Miley pulls in. Looks like Steve Butler's pulling in. Yusuf Miley wins the race off of pit road. Nick Light's behind him. Got Gabe Butler. Got BJ Harris. Go back out to one of the drivers who stayed out. He's going back in now. Now puts Dave Swindell in the lead, but the leader is spinning. Instant replay on that one. Looks like he made some contact. Boom! Just the 4-car got into him. Boom! Crashed into the wall. Luckily, he quickly spun into the infield away from the view of other drivers, and the caution has come out after that one. And that puts Louis Loya in the lead after all that happened. A lot of drivers not on the lead lap after that one. Only 8 cars on the lead lap. Travis Everett making his way by. Louis Loya. Here comes Joseph Wright. He seems to be getting his lap back. Louis Loya pulling into the pits now. He's got 2 cars, 3, 4, 5. 5 cars coming into pit lane. See who out of the 5 will be the first one to make it out of pit lane. Like Dave Swindell is done for the day. Loya looks like he won the race off pit road. Dale Willoughby finished second. Here comes Dennis St. Germain in third, waiting for the 4th and 5th cars. Here comes the 4th car, Josh Hall, and there's one more car waiting to come off the pit road. So that was the main cars that we were waiting to come off of pit road. Nick Lights now is the new leader, but that could change in the coming laps. There goes DJ Harris getting his lap back. Gabe Butler, he pulled in to the pits. Still the lights on the pace car, the pace truck are on. Waiting for everything to get settled. We're inside 10 laps to go. So the race is counting down. Should be exciting to see what happens in these final laps. was a crazy wreck. Dave Swindell made contact with Nick Lights, and he slid through the infield grass. And luckily he didn't involve anyone else in that one. Daniel Rendall pulling into the pit lane. Still lights on the pace car are on. So right now the the 7th place driver racing the number 81 Chevrolet Silverado. That's Josh Hall. He set a fast time. He set a pretty fast time in the race at 31.293, and he is the highest ranked driver that we can interview right now. Hey Josh, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Got you loud and clear.
All right, so we've now officially into 10 laps to go, and we're seeing a lot of speed from that number 81 Chevrolet Silverado. You got Joe and Rob behind you. Are we gonna see any strategies coming into the final laps of this race from you?
Yeah, I just took 2 tires on that last one. I felt the car was getting pretty tight, so I figured 2 tires would kind of loosen up just a little bit. So hopefully keep this thing off the wall and get up there and finish this one out.
So it looks like you get a lot of good teammates around you, and you can see a rally up front from you. Good luck, Josh.
Thanks, Atlee.
And the lights on the pace truck are off, so here is your restart order. Starting in the first position, it is the 4 car of Nick Lights. In second place, it's the 39 of Yusuf Miley. In the third position is the 95 of Travis Everett. In the fourth position, it's the 3 car of Lewis Loya. In the fifth position, it is the 7 car of Dale Willoughby. In the sixth position, it's the 81 of Josh Hall. In the 7th position, it's the 11 car of Dennis St. Germain. In the 8th position, it's the 2 of Joseph Wright. In the 9th position, it's the 83 of Rob Malone. In the 10th position, it's the 36 of Art Peck. In the 11th position, it's the 76 of DJ Harris. In the 12th position, it's the 37 of Daniel M. Rendall. In the 13th position, it's the 86 of Tyler Dubosh. In the 14th position, it's the 88 of Gabe Butler. And in the 18th position, it is the 071 of Eric Laurie. Pace truck pulls in. Front row, Nick Lake, Yusuf Miley. See what happens here in this coming restart. Green flag is out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 5 laps to go officially on the board. And there is when it should get competitive. Side by side on the restart between the front row, Nick Lights and Yusuf Miley. Looks like Nick Lights still has not quite cleared him. Yusuf Miley on the outside. Down. Now it's the 95. Oh, the 95 car made contact with Yusuf Miley. Here is your instant replay on that one. The 39 car pulled down on the 4 car. He didn't get anything. And the 95 just started to move up in the turn. Made contact with the 39 car. The 7 came into the 95 of Travis Everett. Looks like the 11 car might have gotten some damage. Josh Hall got some damage. Joseph Wright, Daniel Rendall, Gabe Butler. And it doesn't look like anybody else. That was crazy. 4 laps to go. Nick Lights ended up making it through. And that was a crazy accident. A lot of cars getting involved in it. It also helped a lot of drivers move up in the rankings and giving some drivers a chance to win that they might not have gotten if they were starting further back on that restart. I think we're going to have a green-white checkered. For our restart. That should be exciting. And I knew the competitiveness of these drivers would start ramping up, and we definitely saw that from the 95 of Everett and the 39 and the 4-car of Nick Lights. That was a crazy wreck. But the patience, we noticed a few drivers that are starting in newer, higher positions than what they would have in that previous restart. It's because they were patient. And they did a good job avoiding that accident between the 95 and the 39. Right now, the weather. Right now, it's 64 degrees Fahrenheit with a north wind of 3.00 miles per hour. And it is partly cloudy, and it's a beautiful night here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Track information, it is in Las Vegas, USA. The track temp is 65.00 degrees Fahrenheit. It's got 4 turns, 1.52 miles. It's an oval. So far, Nick Lights is your leader. 64 laps have been completed. There have actually been 15 lead changes and 6 cautions, and there could be more, who knows? And Nick Lights has the highest iRating besides a driver that didn't participate with a 4,579 iRating in A class, and he's led 6 laps today. But iRating, he may have a high iRating, but can he do the most important part of this race, winning it? We will see here. We're going to try to get the number 83, Rob Malone.
Go to the hot dog stand.
Hey, Rob, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Really? Got a copy?
All right. So you are starting up there. We got Joseph Wright, Josh Hall near you. It's a green-white checkered finish. What's going to be your strategy for this green-white checkered and trying to get past some fast guys like Dennis St. Germain, Louis Loya, Dale Willoughby?
Well, the 83 Silverado's a little beat up, and since we got just a green-white checker, I didn't want to risk any position, so we're just going to stay out and give it the best shot. I think Joseph Wright, he's clean. I think Josh has got a little damage too, so we're going to see what happens here, but it ought to be an exciting finish.
I hope that. Hopefully it'll produce a good finish. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Lights on the pace truck have gone off. Here's your restart order. Starting in the first position is the 4-car of Nick Lights. Second place is the 7 of Dale Willoughby. Third place is how ironically, the 3-car of Louis Loya. And the fourth position, it's the 81 of Josh Hall. 5th position is the 11 car of Dennis St. Germain. In the 6th position, it's the 2 car of Joseph Wright. In the 7th position, it's the 83 of Rob Malone. In the 8th position, it's the 36 of Art Peck. In the 9th position, it's the 88 of Gabe Butler. In the 10th position, it's the 76 of DJ Harris. In the 11th position, it is the 37 of Daniel Emrandall. In the 12th position, it is the 95 of Travis Everett. And those are your 12 cars that are in contention for this win. All 12 have a chance to win it, but only one of those 12 can actually go home with the trophy, or the virtual trophy. Pace truck pulls in. Green flag is out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Front row, Nick Lights and Dale Willoughby. 2 laps to go on the board. Nick Lights has now cleared Dale Willoughby. We got the 3 car of Louis Loya getting under Dale Willoughby. Joseph Wright getting under Dale Willoughby. And it's single file. Here comes Louis Loya under Nick Lights. Ooh, and here comes Joseph Wright also. Now, Joseph Wright and Nick Lights are battling for the 2nd place position. Final lap. Louis Loya is in the lead, but a few other drivers are also in contention for the win. Here comes Joseph Wright, still trying to get past Nick Lights. Side by side in the turns between the 2 trucks. I don't know. Looks like this is a great finish. Oh, tag the wall. Louis Loya in the number 3 GM Goodwrench Chevrolet Silverado wins your race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Watch that replay. 44 of Nick Lights tagged the wall. And there goes Louis Loya. He crossed the start-finish line. A very close battle in the end between the 3 cars of Louis Loya, Joseph Wright, and Nick Lights. But in the end, it was Louis Loya with the victory. So coming from representing the New England region, it is Louis Loya in the number 3. In 2nd place, it was the number 2 of Joseph Wright. In the 3rd position, it's the 4 of Nick Lights. In 4th, it's the 95 of Travis Everett. 5th is the 81 of Josh Hall. 6th is the 7 of Dale Willoughby. 7th is the 88 of Gabe Butler. 8th is the 76 of DJ Harris. 9th is the 37 of Daniel Emrandall. 10th is the 83 of Rob Malone. 11th is the 36 of Art Peck. 12th is the 11 car of Dennis St. Germain, who is actually coming to us from Canada. So thank you for joining us, Dennis St. Germain. 13th is the 39 of Yusuf Miley. 14th is the 86 of Tyler Dubosh. 15th is the 1 car of Dave Swindell. 16th is the 98 of Blair Saunders. 17th is the 071 of Eric Laurie. 18th is also Robert David Valentine, who is also from Canada. 19th is the 15 of Marcus Zotch. 20th is the 9 car of Gary Jenkins. 21st is the 322 of Maurice Jenkins. 22nd is the 25 of Dakota Todd. 23rd is the 18 of Travis Broder. And 24th is the 22 of Scott Relia. Great race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Louis Loya winning the race. And thank you for joining us for the 2nd race in the FND Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. But before that, we are going to get an interview with Joseph Wright. He ended up finishing 2nd. Hey, Joe, do you copy?
I sure do, Atlee. What a race, huh?
Great battle in the end between you. Did you see what happened to Nick Lights? Did he in the end there?
Oh, I just know I was down on the as low as I can go, and I had no room to come up at all. And when I did come up just a little bit, I think I tagged him a little bit coming off the course.
So, and in the end, you had a lot of teammates behind you. What was your strategy coming into that restart, and how did it play out?
Well, I was gonna go no matter what. I knew I was gonna get a good run. I knew Josh was damaged and the 7 was damaged, so I knew I had to hop down to that low line. And then once I saw the 3 get under the leader, I pushed the 3 through, hoping maybe I could get a run at the 3. But I think I kept the other car on my out, so I don't know what number he was.
So hopefully we'll see you on Friday for Super Speedway Racing.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see you Friday. New aero package with iRacing for side drafting, so it should be an interesting.
Yeah, that should play a big role in some of the events in Friday. Again, good job on your second place finish, Joe, and look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Later, man.
All right. Again, thank you for joining us for the second race in the FND Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. Again, next week we are racing at, I believe, Michigan. We'll get Michigan International Speedway, and Friday we're going to be racing at either Daytona or Talladega, so that should be exciting. I'm your announcer, Atliam and Weiss, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And also visit our website at intensitybroadcasting.com if you want to contact us. You can also contact us on our Facebook if you want us to announce your league. And also, again, tune into our Twitch and YouTube live streams if you want to see more racing action like this. And we hope to see you next time Friday, again, Super Speedway Racing at either Daytona or Talladega with a lot of these same drivers. And we'll hope to see you there. Over and